Hello friends, welcome to the 13th session of Hybris tutorial. In this session, we will learn what is cron job, what is the benefit of making a cron job. Then we will learn what are the various components of a cron job. And then finally, we will learn how to write a cron job from the very beginning. We will write each and every component of cron job from the scratch. So this video is going to be very useful for you, so stay tuned to this video. So before starting anything, let me show you one sample example of a cron job. If I go to the back office and go to the cron job section, here I will see many type of jobs. So all these jobs are created for different purpose, right? So like if I say this stock level status cron job, so this is the job defined for informing the customer that product is back in stock, you may purchase this product again, right? So this job does this logic. So it means now we should have a blur idea, like with each job we write some logic and the code runs according to that logic only. So like this stock level status cron job, right? So this job runs every day, and what it does, it just fetches all the products which are newly feed into the system. So those products are new in stock, right? So and then it sends an email to some particular users according to a particular logic that these products are back in stock, you may purchase these products, right? So this type of work. Similarly, other jobs also have some other backend logic written behind, right? Like this order retention cron job. What this job does, it basically fetches a list of orders based on the retention time, right? So I think now you should have a blur idea about the cron job, what this cron job does. Like I told, this job doesn't need any manual intervention. You may create a trigger. Okay, I need this job to run every day or in every 10 minutes, right? So everything can be configured with this job, right? So it means I can say cron jobs are written for a specific purpose, and we can set a trigger or we can schedule this cron job as well for a particular time. Like this job need to be run in every 10 minutes or every day at this particular time. Everything we can do, right? So this is the basic about a cron job, how a cron job looks like in our system, what cron job does, and can we schedule a cron job or not. So all these things I have informed to you. So I think now we are good to define the cron job. So basically cron job is a scheduled activity which is used to perform a certain logic or a business logic at certain interval of time, right? Because I told we can schedule a job through a trigger. Don't worry about these terms, I will be explaining each and every term practically in this video, right? So this is the definition. I think it is pretty simple and should be clear to you, right? So now I have shown you a cron job. So firstly we will be showing you how this cron job is defined in backend. Like I will be taking the example of this stock level status cron job. So my agenda is, firstly I will show you a code, like how this job was created actually, and then I will be creating a new cron job from the very beginning. So firstly we will be reviewing the existing cron job, how this is written, and then we will be creating our new cron job where a new business logic will be implemented behind that cron job, right? So firstly, if I just write the elements of a cron job, so these are the two elements, a job and trigger. You can say job class or a trigger. So these are the two elements of a cron job. So don't worry about this, we will be explaining you this very shortly. So before I show you the code of our sample cron job, I think now you should have a clear idea what is the benefit of making a cron job. It means it reduces the manual efforts, right? Like I have a requirement, say I need to fetch all the list of store cards, right? Whenever you go to any website and you start purchasing anything, or you start adding some items into your bag, right? In the backend, in the Hybris, we have a store cart object. So like for each profile, like your profile is abc@gmail.com, for each profile Hybris maintains a store cart, right? So I have a requirement to fetch all the store cards, and if a store cart is more than say 10 days, I need to delete that store cart, right? So I need to implement the same logic every day at a particular, say at 10 a.m. How can I do that? So one way is you can write a simple beanshell. If you don't know about the beanshell, you can check the video related to beanshell in the description box, as well as in the top right corner in card section. So you can write a beanshell which will automatically, fetch the list of all store cards with aging more than 5 days, and then you can delete those store cards, right? But this is a manual activity. You need to open the HAC, and over that you need to fire that beanshell, right? So that is a manual activity you need to perform manually, or you need to fire that beanshell or script manually every day. But if you want this task to be automated, like at every day at 10 a.m. Automatically the list of store cards with aging more than 5 days gets fetched, and automatically those store cards should get deleted, right? How we can do this? So this can be done through a cron job. Cron job will automatically run at on every day at 10 a.m. and behind that cron job we will write a logic, okay, delete the store card with aging more than 5 days. So I think now you should have understood the benefit of making a cron job. It just reduces the manual task. We can schedule an activity for a particular for a particular time, right? So I think these 2 points should be clear to you. So now what I am going to do, I will be showing you the code, how this job, like this job, stock level status cron job, how this cron job is written, right? So if you can see over here, there are basically 3 columns. One is the code, right? So like for our job, the code is stock level status cron jobs. It means this is the code value, right? Stock level status cron job. Second thing is job definition. So for this we do have a definition, stock level status job. Code is stock level status cron job, and definition is stock level status job, right? So these are the 2 important things. Whole structure of the cron job circulates with these 2 elements only, right? One is the code, and second is the job definition, right? So the whole skeleton lies with these 2 elements only. And third is the status, right? When this job runs every day at a particular time, and if the status is success, like the job finished successfully, right, it means job is finished. Sometimes job may there may come some error, and for that job may abort. At that time its status will be aborted. When the job is in running state, right, like at 10 a.m. job runs and it takes 2 minutes to finish, so between those 2 minutes, right, it will be in the running state. So at that time this status will be running, right. And when the job gets finished, this status becomes finished and this becomes success, right. Last result, I mean, the becomes automatically get success. If the job gets failed, so its status will be something like aborted, and here it will be like failed or error state. So these are important components, but the most important components are these two components, code and job definition. Just remember, like for our sample job, the stock level status job, the code is stock level status cron job, and then we have a definition as stock level status job. So firstly, what we do, firstly we insert this job through an impex, right. So how this is done, if I can show you, this is example, right. So this is the file essential data stock notification services job.impex. In every impex, so these type of definitions are written, right. So what it is doing here, so firstly we have made a cron job, right. Insert, update, cron job. So all these jobs basically implemented cron job. So this is already an item type defined in item.xml. So I will be showing you this as well, but for now this is a insert, update, cron job, and then I am giving the name of code, right. Like I showed, the code is stock level status cron job and definition is stock level status job. And you can see here I have given the definition as stock level status job, and you know, in the data table, table name is cron job. Here this is the column code is stock level status cron job and then job, right. So you know better why we write this in this bracket, circular bracket, you know, because we are giving a reference to a second table. So this job definition is stock level status job, right. And then we do have some other things like single executable value is false, session language is en. We have given all these values, right. So in this way we have, you know, given a basic definition of a cron job. But how this stock level status job is mapped, for that we make a service layer job, right. So here I am giving the mapping of this job definition with a class definition, right. So what is this class? So this is the class where actual logic will be defined, right, because the intention of this cron job was that we need to fetch the firstly the products which are in stock, and then we need to send an email to customer, right. So this is our logic. So that logic is basically written in a class, and that class bean id is basically this. So what this section is doing, it is basically mapping that class or that bean id with the job definition, So I hope now this should be clear to you what this is doing. This is basically mapping the bean where we have written the logic, our Java logic, with the job definition, with this job definition, right. So I hope this is clear to you. And how this so this is the bean id, so right. So this bean must be defined somewhere in the XML class, right. So where this bean is defined, so I will show you that as well. So it is basically defined in spring.xml. Always remember, all beans are defined in spring.xml class only, right. It depends on the extension, but every bean is defined in spring.xml class only. only difference is it can be defined in any extension spring.xml, right? So I am basically in this stock notification services extension currently, right? So this bean will be defined in the spring.xml class of this extension only. You can see if I open this, so this is again a same extension, and this is the corresponding spring.xml. We know better this class is always in the resources section. If I can show you in the project explorer, so this is always in the resources folder, right? So now we will go back and I will just copy the bean id. If I just copy the bean id, so it means there should be a bean with alias name, this one, stock level status job. Let's try to search over here if there is any bean with alias name. Alias is equal to, right, this one. Do we have? Yes, we do have this bean, right? So over here this bean is defined, right? And I told in this bean only we will be writing the logic of fetching the products which are in stock, and then we will be sending, right, an email to the customer. So what it is doing, this is a bean definition, and this is the class, actual class where that logic should be written, right? And this is extending this bean abstract stock level status job. I think it is quite clear. This is the same definition, abstract level stock. So this bean is defined over here, abstract stock level status job, right, which is extending the parent bean abstract job performable, right? So every bean, every bean which is written for a cron job logic, every bean will be extending this class only, abstract job performable. You can see our bean is also extending this abstract job performable class, because our bean is extending this abstract stock level status job, and it is extending this abstract job performable class. So by default our bean is also extending this abstract job performable class. So I hope now you understand, because this is frequently asked in interview questions as well. If you are writing a class for a cron job, which parent class it should extend. So this is the parent class, the abstract job performable class. This should extend, right? So till now, if you understood a basic thing, what we do, we firstly write a cron job, right? Here I have written a cron job, right? And then I did some mapping with the cron job with a bean, right? So firstly I wrote a cron job, then I am making a class, right, or a job class, right? So like this is the job class where I will be writing my logic. So quickly, can I write these two things, like these are the elements of cron job. Firstly is the cron job, right, and second is the class. So these, or job class. Sometimes it is simply written as job, but sometimes we write it as a job class. Both are same, right? So these are basic structural elements of cron job. Cron job or job class, and third one is the, you can say, trigger. Trigger is a separate part. We can consider it as separately, but these are the basic skeleton parts or elements of a cron job, right? This is also frequently asked in interviews, right? What is the difference between a cron job and job? So I hope you understand the difference. Cron job is basically this cron job, right? Like we define this cron job, stock level status cron job, and how this cron job is working. This cron job is working with a logic, and where that logic is written, that logic is written inside a job class, right? Like this is a job class. So I hope now you understand the difference between a cron job and a job class. So if I can just show you this job class, stock level status job. So this is that job class, stock level status job, and the first thing you will be noticing that this is extending the abstract stock level status job, right? Abstract stock level status job, which is extending the abstract job performable, right? So I told you, like, this is the class which is required to be extended if you are writing a cron job class, right? So like if you are not directly extending this class, what do you have to do? You have to extend the abstract job performable class over here only, right? But I mean, my point is, you always need to extend the abstract job performable class, whether in the same class or in the parent class of your current job class, right? But for now I think the concept is clear to you. So if I can just show you this again. Right, I think this is the same job. If I can just show you, when this class is extending the abstract job performable class, what it does, it automatically overrides the perform method. So right, so when you are extending this class, you just have to override the perform method, right? And inside this perform method only, you have to write your all the code logic, right? Whatever the thing you need to give, like you need to check for the products which are back in stock, and then you need to send email and everything. I mean, whatever the logic you want to write, so you need to write that thing in your perform method. And how this perform is coming, this is an overridden API, and is coming from the parent abstract job performable abstract class, right? So I hope now this should be very much clear to you, how you can write a job class and how you can implement your logic in a job class, right? So if I can just show you a very basic thing, if I can go inside, you can see over here it is sending some notification to customer, like back in stock, they're sending some email to customer. But we will not go into the logic what actually this is doing. My intention was how we can create a cron job, right? So what to create a cron job, what you have to do, firstly you have to write a cron job. You need to give the name of that cron job and definition of a cron job. Then you have to map the definition of that cron job with a bean. Bean means a job class where you will be writing your logic. So we will be firstly going to this bean, like this is the bean, right, with the name, same name, alias name. And here you can see in this class I showed you, we have written the class. So this is only or all about a cron job, how we can write a cron job. But if you have noticed that this is basically copying the skeleton of a cron job, right? It means you this cron job is already, this item type is already defined in the, you are not creating a new item type, right? This we are just inserting the data, right? We are just inserting a row into this cron job table. So when this table was created, this table was created during the and initialize only, because this should be defined somewhere in the platform item.xml only. This cron job is already a defined item type cron job, where defined attributes will be there in that item type, right? So this is all about cron job, how cron job is defined or written. and what is the use of a cron job, right? So you must have now understood, like in this job class only we write all logic, like over here the whole logic, or the perform logic is written in this parent class abstract stock level, because it is extending abstract job performable. Over here the perform method is overridden, and over here we are writing all logic, and then we are just extending overriding this create task method, which should be defined over here. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is the method defined over here, create. This is the abstract method. We are just overriding the definition of this method in our stock level status job class only, right? So this is how we can define or create a cron job, right? So I think now it should be clear to you. Now what we will be doing, we will be creating a new cron job, right? So what I will be doing, I will be writing a new cron job. Let me show my agenda, what functionality or what is the requirement. So the requirement is this. So if we need to create a job which will fetch all the products with aging y days, then I will be giving in my configuration that the value of y should be 5 days, and those products don't have any prices associated with them, and then we need to delete all those products, and we need to run this activity or a job every day at 10:15 a.m. right? So it means firstly we need to fetch all the products, right, with products with aging 5 days, it means the product creation date should be more than 5 days, right? And those products don't have or should not have any prices associated with them, right? I showed you in my previous videos where we can check the price. If you go inside a product and in the prices tab, there are the multiple list of prices against each country. So we need to fetch all the products with aging more than 5 days, right? And those products don't have any prices associated with them, right? And then we finally need to delete all those products, right? Because if a product is doesn't have any prices, there is no mean to show, or there is no logic to show those products on the website. We should delete those products from the system as well. That is why this is the requirement. And finally here it is written that this same task should be performed every day at 10:15 a.m. right? So to do this task, what we have to do, so if I can go back here, you must have noticed here I already have a cron job item type, right? It means there should be already cron job table in Hybris, and I am just inserting a row inside the inside that cron job table. If I can just show you a cron job model, just give me a minute, right? Yeah, so like all these are the attributes of a cron job, right? If I can just show you the getters, you will see get active cron job history, all these things, get code, all these things are over here. But here there is a new requirement. I need to configure one attribute which will fetch all the products with aging 5 days. I need to add an attribute or a new attribute where I can configure, okay, I need to fetch only the products with 5 days, right? So it means I need to add a new attribute, and this new attribute will not be present here in the cron job models. So that is why what I will do, instead of inserting the values inside this cron job item type only, or cron job table only, data table only. I hope you understand the difference between an item type and data table. Item type is what we define in item.xml, and then we do the update running system. At that time the corresponding table gets inserted into the database, so that is a database table name. But I hope you understand the difference. So it means I will be creating a new item type, and in that item type, basically what I will be doing, I will be creating a new attribute, right, of type persistence, right. And I will be giving some attribute value like number of days or something, which I will be showing you. So I hope now the requirement is clear to you. We need to do this, right? So for that I will be first writing the steps what I will be doing. So it means firstly I will be creating a new item type. Why a new item type I need to create? Because I cannot use the existing item type CronJob, because I need to add one extra parameter because of this new requirement. I need to do a configuration. I need to add one more attribute from where I can fetch this value, 5 days value, right? So this is the reason I need to add this attribute, and this is the reason I need to add a new item type. But just just have a look. Whatever I am doing, you will understand everything in the end, right? So I am creating a new item type, right, which extends CronJob item type, right? Of course we will be taking or inheriting all the attributes of this CronJob. That is why I will be creating a new item type which will be extending this CronJob item type only, right? And that item type name I will be giving like products removal CronJob, so this is the item type value, right? So firstly I will be defining an item type, and and I hope you understand where we define an item type. We define an item type in items.xml, which I will be doing now only. But for now this is the item type I will be defining, and we will be in that during the definition of that item type we will be giving a attribute, right, attribute of type persistence. Of course we will be inserting that item type, inserting that attribute into this new item type, which value is product removal CronJob, and we will be inserting that attribute into database. That is why I am giving its type as persistence, right, property, because if you need to persist or insert that attribute into database, you need to give its type as a property, right? So guys, I know this video length will be a bit high, but it will be very useful if you can see the end-to-end implementation of a CronJob from the scratch, right? So hope it will take time, but you will not mind with this. And we will be giving the name of this newly attribute. This attribute, its name will be X days old, right? So this is the basically the attribute which I will be naming, right? So after this item type will be created, what I will be doing then, safely I will be able to write over here insert update. Instead of CronJob, what I will be writing, I will be writing like this: insert update product removal CronJob, right? Insert update product removal CronJob. Then I will be giving the code value, job value, and everything I will be giving, and then I will be giving the job name and job definition in the similar way. Only the difference is now the item type will be product removal product removal CronJob instead of simple CronJob. And why I need to write this? Because I need to have an additional attribute, right? So I mean, this is the thing we use in our Java as well. If we have to add a new attribute in our Java class, existing Java class, what we do, we create a new Java class which basically extends the existing Java class, so that the existing Java class attribute will also be get inherited in the newly created Java class. So this is what we do in Java as well. So likewise here as well, I need to add a new attribute. What I did, I created a new item type and then just extended that item type with the CronJob item type only, right? So I hope this first task should be clear to you why I am doing this. Then since we have defined a new item type, right, so corresponding model classes should have been created, and to create or to generate those model classes, you know better, we need to do ant all. Only then those model classes will get generated, and then we need to of course do the platform refresh as well to reflect those classes in our Eclipse or whatever the editor we are using, right? And once ant all command will get finished, where this a model class should have been generated with the name product removal cron job, right? So after these two activities, when the model class or the product removal cron job model class will get generated, right? So I will just write like this. Now what we will be doing, we will be now writing a job class, right? Job class means where I will be writing my actual actual logic, right, to implement all this. So the job class will be basically the product removal job, right? And of course this this product removal job will be extending, I hope you know better, this will be extending the abstract job performable class. Why we will be extending? Because then we will be implementing or overriding the perform method which is there in this abstract class. Okay, so this is the thing. And then we will be, because in our logic we need to fetch the data from products, right? Product table. So to fetch the data like we do in Java, we always write a DAO class. So similarly we will be writing a Java class as well. So when I'm writing a job class, right, product removal job, of course I need to define this job in spring.xml. I need to define this job class in spring.xml as well, right? I hope this should be clear to you. And as I told, we need to fetch the product data with aging more than 5 days. So it means we need to write DAO class. So firstly I will be writing the DAO interface where I will be just giving the definition, and then I will be writing a DAO implementation class where I will be implementing that method. So I will be writing these two classes, DAO interface and DAO impl class, Java class, right? And in this DAO impl class I will be writing query to fetch product with my writing query, right? Why I have given these points, now I will be performing these steps only, and you will be able to correlate, okay, now I am performing A step and then B step, C step, whatever. And then finally one portion is left. I have written everything, but this mapping, like in this class we have done this mapping is still we have not done. So this is the final mapping. We will be creating an impex, right? Creating an impex where for job and trigger, right? So if I can just correlate here, right? So if I can just go over here, what I will be doing here, like my job name will be say product removal cron job, right? My job name is product removal cron job, and then this is my class, right? Job class name. So job class name will be product removal job. So I will be just writing this. I will be writing from scratch, but for now, like product removal job, removal cron job, and then I will be writing my job class name like I told over here. My job class name will be product removal job. So product removal job. Okay, I will be doing something like over here, right? And then I will be of course mapping this job definition with the bean, right? So I will be doing that step only, right? So I hope now these 5 points are clear to you. Now I'm going to write these 5 points or to implement these 5 points, right? So one thing you should be clear, like whenever you need to write a new cron job, you always need to write this in your custom extension only. Like in our case, we do have this training core extension, this training core custom extension. So for every custom extension we have a whole structure. We do have item.xml, string.xml, everything only. So if you are writing a new cron job, you need to write those cron job in custom extension only. You are not permitted to write these jobs in these platform files, right? These platform files, you are not allowed to change the existing file. You have to always override the definitions of an existing platform file. So what I will be doing here, so firstly I will be creating a new item type, right? My point A I am going to implement. I am creating a new item type which will be extending the cron job, right? So without wasting much time, I will be simply pasting the definition of that item type, and it will look something like this, right? So it will look something like this. I have defined a new item type, product removal cron job, which is basically extending this cron job, right? Auto create is equal to true, generate is equal to true. You know better why I have written. It means the data will get inserted into the database, and this is the thing, only because of this attribute I had to define this new item type. Otherwise I could use the existing item type cron job only, but because of this attribute only I have to write this new item type. So this item type, this new attribute is defined. Its value is, or qualifier is x days old, right? And it is of type int, and these are the modifiers: read, write, true, optional is equal to false, right? And by default this is the value, integer dot value of 10. I can configure this value with any other thing, but if I am not configuring, then by default it will be picking the value as a 10, right? And persistence type is equal to property means this attribute will be inserted into database. So I hope this is clear to you. This is quite simple. We have already done this in item.xml. If you have not seen the video of item.xml, you can check that video link in description box as well as in the right card section. Okay, so I have now defined a new item type, right? So what I will be doing now, so now since I have defined a new item type, so corresponding, right, model class should have been generated. So now when I have defined a new item type, and to generate the model class, right, I need to do ant all, right? So what I will be doing, I will be opening the command line. Right now my server is up, so I will firstly bring this down. Okay, and to generate the corresponding model class, right, what I have to do, I have to fire end all command. So now I am firing the end all command. This will take some time, so I'm just skipping this section, and once the end all command will be finished, so I will be back. So guys, now you can see our end all command has been finished and our build is successful. So let us try to see if the new item type, the product removal cron job, the corresponding model has been generated or not. You can see it is still not generated. So what we will do, we will be just refreshing the platform folder, and then we will see whether the model class gets generated or not, I mean gets reflected or not. So what I am doing, I am just right clicking over this extension and I will be just refreshing this project, and then we will check again whether the corresponding model class will get generated, I mean start reflecting or not. So now you can see refresh is 98% completed. So let's wait for this to complete and then we will check again. So refresh has been completed, and now if we search again products removal CronJob, you can see now the corresponding model class has started reflecting. So it means in your case as well, if the model class doesn't start reflecting, you just have to refresh the platform folder, right? So guys, now we have completed the first 2 points. I have created a new item type, and over that I defined a new attribute with the attribute qualifier is x days old. Then I did the end all and refresh the platform, and now my product removal cron job model has been generated. So these A and B point has been completed. The third thing is I need to now write a job class, which is product removal job class, which will be extending the basically the abstract job performable class, right? So firstly I will be creating a new job class or a new Java class, and then I will be giving the definition of that class or a bean in my spring.xml, right? So how I will be doing, I will be firstly going back to my training extension over here, right? If I can just go back to package explorer, so this is my package explorer. If I can just close this, and then if I can just see over here in the SRC, right, we do have multiple packages, right? We do have I mean D, Hybris, training core, Jalo, all these packages are here. Over here I will be creating a new Java class, right? So I'm just clicking right click over here, and over here I will be selecting this class, and what should be the name of this Java class? So it should be product removal job, right? So this is what we discussed. So this should be the Java class, and as you know, in this class only I will be writing all the logic, right? I will be fetching the data, and then the deletion portion, every logic I will be writing in this class only, right? So I am just writing this, and now I will be creating. So you will see now this product removal job class has been finished. So what I will be doing, firstly I will be extending this class with abstract job performable class, right? Job perform, if I just press Ctrl and then space key, you will see it will automatically give me this option. I will be just selecting this first, and here I just need to write my cron job model. So you know better, we have just now created our new cron job model, and the cron job name is, you can see in item type. If I can just show you, why I'm showing you again and again, because it is, I know it is very difficult to digest a new thing with the first time, so that is why I'm telling again. Here you can see we defined this item type, so corresponding model thing I will be defining over there, right? So if I can just see, this is the model class, right? So once I am extending this class, it is automatically asking me to override the unimplemented method. So I will be just overriding this method, and you can see now the perform method has been generated, and inside this method only I will be writing all my all my logic in this class only, right? So this is the one thing. Now what I have to do, I have to give the entry of this class, right, in spring.xml, right? So what I will do, firstly I will be writing the logic, right? How can I fetch the how can I fetch the product data? So firstly I will be writing a logic over here to fetch the data. So for that I will be writing corresponding DAO class, right? And then whatever the data will come, I will be writing a logic to delete that product data, right? So I'm just simply pasting that logic over here, and then we will discuss further. So guys, as you can see, now I have written the logic, and inside the perform method I have written my all logic. What I am doing here, firstly inside the DAO I will be fetching the I have created one API where I will be fetching the products which are older than the specific time. Don't worry about this, I will be debugging this code and will be showing you each and everything, right? So find all, this API will be just giving me the list of all products which are which have aging more than this time. How this time is given, don't worry about this time. You can see here I'm fetching the number of days old to remove product cron job model dot get x days old, right? This is the same attribute which we define in our products removal cron job item type. Here there we define the default value as 10, right? If we are not customizing this value, then this value will by default come as 10. But if I customize this value or insert a new value, then the same value will be picked up. But for now just take this value as a 10. But our requirement is that we should pick the products which have a aging 5 days. So it means I will be customizing that, or I will be inserting that value through an impex, which I will be doing later on, right? So, and I will be of course creating this DAO class as well. But this is the logic. Here I am fetching the products which have a aging of 5 days, right? Don't worry about that 5 days concept. I will be showing you that as well in the later part of this video. Right here I am logging whatever the thing I am getting, how many products I am getting, I am logging here. So this log will get printed in server, right? Now whatever the logs whatever the products I have received, so till now I have fetched all the products with aging more than 5 days. I have not segregated the products which have price or not, so that thing I will be doing over here, right? So so whatever the products which are eligible for deletion, here I am just deleting all those products, right? And then I am committing those committing the transaction. This is how you need to commit or you need to commit a transaction. But here my requirement was that I need to just fetch the products with aging more than 5 days, and then have to segregate the products which doesn't have prices, and the product doesn't have price, then I just need to remove delete those products. But your logic will be different. But the thing is, in your cron job creation as well, the skeleton will be same. the perform method will be there, then you need to write your logic inside here, right? But for now I have to fetch the data, right? So it means I will be creating a DAO class, and inside that DAO class I will be giving the definition or a DAO interface. Inside that I will be giving the definition of this method, and then impl class, over that I will be defining that, or giving the detailed definition of this API. So, and then finally this product removal job, this bean and customer product DAO, I will be giving the definition of both beans in spring.xml, right? So this is the thing I am doing now. I will be creating a class, customer product DAO class. So you can see over here I have given the customer product DAO package as de Hybris training core DAO. So let's see if this package is there or not. Otherwise we will be creating a new package with this name inside this src folder only, and you can see de Hybris training core DAO, de Hybris training core, but I don't think we do have this package with this name, training core DAO. Why I have given this package name? Because this is how a standard definition, how a package, our DAO class is always written in some package with core.dao, something like this. So that is why I have defined this package. So what I will be doing, I will be writing a new package. So this is how I will be giving a new package here, new, and then package, and of course it will be de.hybris.training.core.dao, right? So I will be giving this, and then inside that package I will be creating a new class, right, which is basically an interface. So I will be just giving the name of that interface as custom product DAO, right? So this is the interface which I have, products DAO. So right, so I will just click on the finish button, and when I click on the finish button over here, over here I just need to give the definition of the interface which I have now newly created. And what I have to write over here, I just have to, so you can see now I have written my DAO interface. So I will be now giving the definition of this, so that I will be writing a new impl class. So where I will be writing, so for that I will be creating a new package, core.dao.impl. so now I will be creating a new package for writing my impl class or implementation class. So the package will be like this, de.hybris. So this is a standard practice. You also need to do something similar if you want to segregate your all classes, like the class and then DAO class, impl class. You need to write the package structure in similar way as well. Code.dao.impl, this is the package name, right? Now the class name is my custom products, right? So this is my class name. Okay, so I will be just finishing this, and inside that what I will be doing, I will be now writing a logic to fetch the products. So what I will be doing, I will be fetching the products right with aging more than 5 days, and then I will be returning that list of products back to my product removal job class. So and the logic will be, so you can see now this is the logic what I've done. I have defined this API and the argument is all date. Here I have written the query select pk from product where creation time is less than 5 days old, and here I have this old date I have mapped the value over here in the parameters, and this is how you can fire a flexible query. If you also need to fire some flexible query, you also need to do something similar, and whatever the results I have got, I am returning that thing to my job class, right? So till now what I have done, I have created an impl class where I have written query, and this is my DAO class, right? What I have done here, I have done just define a definition, and then I have this is my job class, right, and you can see this is my product DAO impl class, and if you see here I have injected one dependency of flexible search service. So now in nutshell what I have to do, or what beans I have to define in my spring.xml. So this is the first bean I have to define, right, product removal job bean. Here I have injected some more beans like model service, indexer service, facet config service, base site service. So I will be injecting all these beans in my spring.xml while I will be defining this product removal job, right? I hope you understand these some spring concepts. What do you mean by injection? If I can just give you a brief overview, what do you mean by injection, right? Like I will be injecting these beans with a tag, property tag in my spring.xml, and when I will be injecting these beans in spring.xml, it means like I have given this model service over here, right? So now what I am doing, I am just using the getter method. So whenever you are injecting, you have to create the getter and setter method. Like you can see over here, we have created getter and setter methods. Sometimes most of the people do a mistake, they don't generate getter and setter, then this they create, and then they get lots of issues. So you always have to generate getters and setters. So over here now I have given the whole definition, and if you can see I have just used this, say this facet config service, right? I'm just using this facet config service dot get configuration API, right? This is the benefit of injection. If you are not doing the injection or this bean injection in spring.xml, then you firstly have to initialize the object like we used to do in Java facet config service, then argument is equal to new facet config service. So that new initialization thing you don't need to do if you just inject this bean into this product removal job bean. So how we will be injecting that bean, I will just give you a brief overview while I will be declaring this spring or this bean in spring.xml. So what I will be doing, firstly I will be defining this bean, and over in that bean I will be injecting all these beans. Secondly, this bean custom product DAO impl bean, and in that I will be injecting this flexible search, right? So now quickly what I will be doing, I will be going into the corresponding spring.xml file, right? So if we can see here in our points, right, till now I have completed first A point, B point, and now I have completed C point almost. I just have to define these job class and impl class in spring.xml. So I will be quickly going to my training course spring.xml, which is in resources folder, and over here I will be defining both beans. Which beans? The class bean, job class bean, and impl bean. if I just paste those beans over here, and the beans will be like these. So you can see I have now defined the custom DAO IMPL bean, and over here I have injected the flexible search service, right? If I can just show you over here my IMPL class, you can see this is the IMPL, and here I had used this flexible search service, that is why I have injected this bean. Similarly, in the product removal job, we have injected all these beans. Yeah, so it means we don't need to initialize these beans in our specifically in our class. These will be already initialized, right? So, and you know better because this is the product removal job class is the one which is extending the abstract job performable, and so it means we will be extending or giving the parent tag as abstract job performable over here as well. So you also need to do similar thing when you will be writing a job. So now I have completed the C point as well, right? And the D point as well. We have already written DAO interface and DAO IMPL class, and we are now left with only one thing, creating an impex for job and trigger. Till now we have not created any impex for job or trigger, so now we will be writing that impex. So impex can be written in this training core extension only in the impex portion. Whether you can write you just have to find some impex file in training core only, so it will be see over here in this class we can write our impex, and the impex should be so this should be the format of impex. So what we are doing, we are insert update product removal cron job. So this is the new item type which we define in our item.xml. This one, product removal cron job. So this is what we are defining here. Inside this item type I am creating a job with name product removal cron job, right? So this is the job name or job definition, right? Product removal job and X day old, right? Over here I am overriding this definition over here. I am giving the default value as 10. Now I am overriding this definition and I am giving the value as 5, right? And this is the language, of course, and this is the currency EUR, and then I am creating a trigger as well. So this is giving, this is giving me like this job will run at every day at 10:15 a.m. How this is reflecting, this is cron job expression, nothing like this. You can write your any cron job expression. There are multiple websites on the Google where you can search this. If I can just show you how to do that, like you just have to go over here, reject generator. So there are multiple cron job expressions website over that you can check the values of those cron jobs. But like if I have to give the time 10:20, so I have to replace 10:15 with 10:20. If I have to give any weekday, then I can give that weekday value over here as well. But in nutshell, this is how you can create a trigger. So guys, these are the two things. So if you know cronjob.impex, this file comes in the project data. We have already covered this topic in our impex file. So this is when you will do the system update by selecting training core folder and you do project data update. At that time this data will automatically get inserted into the database and job will get created, right? So I think now all the code portion has been completed. What we have to do, we just have to make our server up. Do you think we need ant all now? No, we don't need any and all now because there is no item.xml change, right? There is no new item type creation. So and all is, as I have already told in my last video, the link of that video is given in the description as well as in the top right card section. If you just have to generate a model class, only then you need an and all. Otherwise, if you are simply doing a change in some Java class, creating a new Java class, right, or doing adding a new bean, etc., you don't need a and all. So we just have to make our server up now. So what I will be doing, I will be quickly making my server up. So I will be simply firing the command Hybris server bat, and I will be bringing my server up in the debug mode. How I have done this configuration, I will be creating a separate video, but for now I will be just upping my server in debug mode. If I'm making my server up in debug mode, then I will be, inspect each and every line, right? This is the new job class. I will be able to inspect this value or this line, what is the value coming over here. That is why I'm bringing my server up in the debug mode. So this will take some time. Let's wait for this to come up. So guys, as you can see, now my server is up. So since we have inserted a new item type, right? So we have inserted a new item type in our item.xml, right? So that means we need to do platform update, and also we have written an impex in our CronJob.impex. That is why we need an system update. So I will be quickly going to HSC, and over here I will be going to the system update, platform update, and if I go on the update section over here, so since we are creating a new item type, that is why I will be selecting this update running system. And since we are not feeding any data in the essential data section, so it means I will be just uncommenting this. I will be unselecting this localized type as well, and then I will be just selecting training core folder. Why I am selecting this? Because we will be running an impex which is present in cronjob.impex, and which comes basically in the project data section. I hope you are clear with this concept, why we need update running system. We have already created a video for these concepts. The link of that video is in the description as well as on the top right corner section. But for now, since I have to create a new item type, that is why I'm selecting update running system. And since I have to run the impex which is present in the training core folder, that is why I have selected this, and I will be quickly clicking on the update button. Once the update is completed, after that you will see a new item type should have been generated, right, with the name product removal CronJob. We will be searching this in our database tables, but quickly now I will be just clicking on the update. It will take some time. You can see now the update has started, but it will take some time to finish. Let's wait for this to get finished. After that we will see whether our new item type gets created or not, and then our new cron job gets created or not. We will see all these things, and inside a cron job our new trigger should have also been created, and then we will also run that cron job. We will be seeing all these points, but for now let's wait for the update to finish. It will take 4 to 5 minutes to finish. So guys, now as you can see, now my system update has been completed. You can see in logs as well as in the HSC as well. You can see now the system update has been completed. Now let's try to quickly search for our new cron job. which we had created. We created a new cron job as well as new item type, right? So this was the new item type we had created. So let's try to search whether this new item type is created or not. If I try to search by just going into the flexible search, you should be already aware of this flexible search concept. If you are not aware, you can check the video in the description box as well as in the top right section in the card section. But I am searching for this item type. Select start from this item type, product removal cron job. If I try to search, you can see now this item type has been created, right? So this item type is now there. So now let's try to search for the cron job which we had created, and the cron job name was this product removal cron job. So I will be just searching this cron job, product removal cron job, and you can see this job is already there. So it means now the job has also been created, right? So I'm just trying to open this cron job so that I can show you all the relevant parameters. It will take some time to load. Let's wait for it to load, and then I will show you inside what is there in the job. So you can see this is the job which we had created. So this is the job job code, right, which we gave, and then this is the job definition, right? So this is the job definition we gave. Then this is the new attribute we added, and because of this new attribute only we had to create a new item type which was extending the cron job item type. And you can see there should be a new attribute type which we will be searching. But for now you can see this is the all things over here. If I just go to run as, over here we do have some more parameters like who is the user, admin, and the language which we gave during the our cron job creation, right? So all these things are here. And this is a process on server node and node group. This is basically used for the production application, the application which is deployed on the production system, live website, because at that time we use multiple nodes like 32 nodes or 34 nodes. So you want to run this cron job on which node or which node group. So we define those nodes and node groups over here, and this is the basic thing. And then in the time schedule, so this is the main thing. Here we created trigger, right? So this is the trigger we have created, like this job should be running at 10:15, right, on every day. Like tomorrow this job will be running, you can see in the end in the tooltip it will be running at 10:15, right, on 26th of January, you can see, right? So this is how we can create a trigger. If I can just show you this trigger as well, and of course this trigger will be of type, right? So there are the everything in this Hybris is related to some type. So you can see this is a trigger, its type is trigger, right? And all this is the cron job expression which we gave during the creation of trigger. This is the cron job expression which we gave, right? And everything is here written. So this is about the trigger. So automatically this will be triggering tomorrow at 10:15, provided my server is up. If my server is not up, then this trigger will not work. Okay, and in the admin tab there should be more parameters, and if I can just show you more parameters. So this is the new attribute which we had added, right? So over here you can see the value as 5 which we gave over here. If I can just show you, this is the value 5 for this X days old attribute, right? So this is the new attribute we have added. If you open any other job, this attribute will not be there in those jobs, right? You can check by your own, but this is the, I mean, this is the attribute specific for this job only. But if we check the item type or a type for this cron job as well, you will see this type is product removal cron job, which is also extending the cron job model, right? So this is I mean about the this job, right? So I have shown you like this job can be now run by two ways. Either this job will be automatically running at 10:15 a.m. tomorrow at 26th of January, or there is another way you can run this job manually as well, right? So I will be running this job manually for you for this time, so that you can see what all this job does. So if I can just show you the code what this job will do. So basically this is the first class, this is the my class, right? The first perform method. So whenever I will be executing job, firstly it will come into this method over here, right? So over here it will be just fetching the product removal cron job model dot x days old. So since in our current job model we have this value x days old value as 5, right? You can see we have this value as 5, so this value should be 5, right? And then we will be calling the DAO class. So let's try to quickly run this, and then we will see, I mean you will be able to correlate this all thing more if I just show you how this job runs. I will be clicking over here. So this is the button to run a cron job manually. So I will be just clicking over here. It is asking me whether I surely want to run this job or not. So I will just click over yes. And once I click over the yes, since I have started my server in the debug mode, that is why it is taking me over here. And as you can see now, the value is number of days to remove is the value is 5, right? So it has already called the DAO method, and I mean you will see that it has already given me the product list, right? And over here I mean whatever the products I get, so I will be just iterating and all the logic will be implementing. But since this I mean this logic will be basically deleting some products from my system or from my database, I will not be executing all steps. But my intention was that I just wanted to show how this cron job works. So when I am running this job, it is basically coming on the perform method and will be implementing all the logic written in this class, right? So I hope now all the concepts should be clear to you. You should be clear what is cron job, how you can write a cron job from the very scratch. I hope this concept should be very much clear to you, right? So what is cron job, benefit of making a cron job, you should be clear, right? Because you have a facility to set a trigger, and whatever the logic you write in job class, that logic will get implemented, right? So I mean this is all an automatic task. As I gave an example, in our production system we do have multiple type of tasks which should be running at a specific type. Like I gave example of cart removal, there can be other examples as well, like I need to export, right? In production we do have orders like 1,000 orders or lakhs of order in a day, right? So we need to send that data or order data to a third party, say, which is basically for analytics purpose. That party needs the orders for analysis or analytics purpose. So we need to export all the orders to third party, right? At a particular time once in a day. So for that, what I can do, I can write a cron job, and inside that job class I can write a logic to fetch all the orders placed in that particular day, and can write a logic to export those orders to that third party. So all those things can be done in the cron job. So I hope all the concepts are clear to you. In case you have any queries, you can ask me in the comment section of this video. I hope you like this video, and in the next session what we will be discussing right now, you have seen, like I have written a Java class, right, job class, and whatever the logic is written inside this job class, I am implementing or running that logic through a cron job, right? But you must have noticed I wrote a bean cell as well in my one of the previous session, and over here in the scripting language I was running a bean cell, right? So this running a bean cell is a manual task, right? I have to go in the in this bean cell section over here I need to run a bean cell, right? But if my requirement is like I need to run a particular bean cell on the daily basis at a particular interval of time, can I do some automation? So the answer is yes, you can integrate this bean cell with a cron job, right? So how we can run a bean cell, or how we can run a script through a cron job, right? Like now we saw through a cron job, this is the right cron job. Over here there is no portion where we can input a script, right? So how we can integrate a bean cell or a script with a cron job, and we can run that bean cell or script at specific interval of time. How we can do that, I will be telling you in the next session. So that will be also very interesting and knowledgeable session for you, so stay tuned to that. But I hope you like this session, and guys, if you like this session, do share this with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.